Hi guys, another charity shop gold or garbage. Afraid there's a bit of a lack of continuity in this video. I actually started doing this particular car back in, well, I can't remember now, but back in the summer anyway, and did most of the video shots and then got sidetracked on something else, and it's just been sat in my computer files. I didn't actually finish it, so I'm doing a very quick recap, just as an opening shot. I'll then put the other video clips back in again, and then I'll do some more. Basically, I've established the radio receiver doesn't work, the electric motors do work, and this little chap on here, which shoots these, well, they're like Nerf gun projectiles, it shoots them beautifully. So even if I can't get the receiver working, it might be worth my while taking this bit off and mounting it on something totally different to make my own little rocket shooting vehicle of some sort or other. So as I say, I'll go back to the original videos now, and then I'll come back in again after those and do a bit more checking on the receiver to see if I can find out why it doesn't work. Hi guys, yet another radio controlled car. Another one of my charity shop gold or garbage episodes. Saw this one, wasn't particularly interested. I realised they only wanted 99p for it, so I thought, well, we might have it. It's got rubber tyres, or they feel like rubber anyway. It's obviously going to have an electric motor in there. Hasn't got any steering from the looks of it, unless it's, yeah, it might be individual wheel steering. We'll find out in a while. First thing we'll do is have a look inside and see what batteries we need. That's not a good sign. There. In fact, my fingers have got sticky already. Okay, I'll stop filming and I'll go and clean that up and wash my hands. Right, that's a bit better. I've thrown away those old batteries, cleaned all the terminals up, got rid of all that yuck that had grown. I've just checked this with a meter and it's all working okay. So, stick it back in again and see what happens. There. So there's 27 megahertz just there. Again, there was no transmitter with it in the shop, which is not surprising, so I'll have to use my spare one off of another car. Okay, here's my transmitter. Not a lot happening. Okay, looks like we'll be taking it apart and see what's inside. Oh well, I always live in hope, you never know, they might work straight away. Right, see if we can get this fella apart. That wasn't too bad. 4 screws, top comes off. Just notice the aerial is glued inside the top there so it doesn't blow around in the wind. There's obviously a connector there. See if I can unconnect it. That should just pull off. There we go. That would appear to operate the rocket firing mechanism. So we might have a look at that in a minute. There's the receiver. Can't see anything particularly exciting with it. Might get my meter out and see if there's anything obvious as to why it's not working. Right, just do some very elementary tests. The battery package is inside there, so if I just go straight across the terminals in here, I think you can probably see we got just short of 8 volts coming in there, 7.7 volts. So it's getting to that point. Right, just check that we're actually getting voltage to the board through all these wires, through the switch. Yep, that's coming into the board. Right, we are in what I call poke and hope territory here. I've got one leg of my meter connected to the positive of the battery, and the other leg of my meter is just connected to a random resistor on the circuit board. No specific resistor, I've just chosen one at random. I'm getting a reading of about 6.9 volts at the moment, 6.89, 6.9, and if I operate my transmitter, you'll see it drops away to 5.7. So 6.9, 5.9, yeah, 6.9, that's actually going down to 5.7 if I go that way, 5.9 if I go that way, back to 6.9, 5.9 that way, back to 6.9, 5.9 that way. So clearly the receiver is actually receiving the signal from the transmitter, so the receiver isn't totally dead, but whatever the rest of the circuitry is in there, it's not enough to actually operate the car. I'll just disconnect that. So, as I say, I've had a good look at that circuit board. I can't see anything obviously burnt out on it. There's a few little traces of green on it where it's got damp at some time or other. But I can't see anything glaringly obvious that a total novice like me can actually fix. So probably have to scrap it. When I say scrap it, give up on the idea of actually using it in its current form. The motors work, I've checked them separately, and this little mechanism, the actual rocket firing thing, that works a treat. In fact, I might just rig that up and demonstrate it. Right then, for no other reason than because I can, we'll just make this rocket firing mechanism work. I brought some wires out from the connectors and I'll just touch them directly on the battery. That was fun. I've got to rig that up somewhere so I can use it. Even if I can't fix the car, that bit's worth keeping. Just to demonstrate the motors actually work as well, I'll just directly connect them to the battery. So he works. works. So I've got certainly 2 working electric motors, and I've got my rocket firing mechanism, and the receiver seems to work a bit, but it's obviously not fully functioning. So charity shop gold or garbage, 99p, which is scrap value really. Rocket mechanism works, motors work. That's worth more than 99p. As a working model to give to one of my grandsons, no, that would be a failure. But I'm happy because there's good working bits there. So I'd still call it gold, even though it's garbage.